What up, guys? Knowledge is self-determination. So today I wanted to do this video on black entrepreneurship and encouragement. And today the focus is, I guess, group economics, right? So I want to encourage all my black people out there, those who have the drive to be business owners, those who have the will, the determination to be self-employed. Don't just think about yourself when you start your company. Try to grow your company to a point to where though you can hire other brothers and sisters from the community. So, what sparked me wanting to make this video, and also, by the way, I find this very interesting, right? I Google group economics, and this is what comes up: Black America, $1 trillion consumer buying power. You know what I'm saying? All these images of black people trying to basically tell us that look at, I mean, I did a Google search. I literally just typed in Google. Let me go back to all. 16 million hits. I go to images and this is what comes up. Right? So this needs to be something that we stop talking about. This is something we need to start doing something about, right? As black people. So I was watching a video, an advice show video by Phil. Excellent video. It was about this beauty supply store in Milwaukee. It's called A1 Beauty Supply. Now this brother had his older brother from the community had gone into the store before on the first video that I had watched, and he had confronted the Asian people, because you guys know in the beauty supply racket, you know, it's mostly Koreans that run that particular racket, Asians in particular, but more in general than usually Koreans, right? So he had went into the store to confront these people because they had used the N word to a black kid that had came into the store, right? Now apparently there had been several other incidents with that store, with them harassing black people and talking shit to them and talking down to them. But the incident that brought these brothers out that day was a woman came in with a baby in a car seat, and the owner accused the woman of stealing and went into the car seat and was, moving the baby all around and like being real rough with the baby and trying to see if it was product in the car seat. Apparently put hands on the lady and said all black bitches steal. This is what the Asian motherfucker said in the store. This is what the Asian owner of the store said. So this woman goes back to her community, and the brothers come out, and they go into the store, and they basically let the motherfuckers have it. You guys want the details on that? Watch the video. It's the advice show: Black men confront A1 Beauty Supply in Milwaukee for disrespecting black people or black women. I can't see the entire title; it's kind of cut off, but it's one of his more recent videos. Now, I have to say something about this, and unfortunately, it may make some people angry, but it doesn't matter. See, I typically don't have an issue with any race of people. You know, I don't claim hatred or any bias or bigotry towards any group or any race of people. Um, I think it's a waste of time. You know, I do have issues with the shit that you may do, but I don't necessarily dislike you or hate you because of who or what you are, like so many races of people do with black people. They just hate us or dislike us simply because of the color of our skin. You understand what I'm saying? And they turn their noses up to us and think that they're better. You understand? Asian people are very fucking racist. While they do practice group economics, and I'm not upset with them for that. In fact, that's another thing about America too, that for some reason they don't seem to think that black people should be practicing group economics the way they practice group economics. Because when black people practice group economics, they say shit like, "Oh, you don't like other races of people. You're racist." When it's what everybody practice group economics. Everybody. When was the last time you went into an Asian store and you saw someone other than a fucking Asian working in it? You understand? That's one of the reasons why I started my company, because I want to employ black people. I want to employ people that look like me. I don't want there to continue to be a 40, 50, 60% unemployment rate in the cities where we are the majority, in the inner cities where we are the majority. I don't want to continue to see that. It's disheartening to see that, you know. But Phil made some good points. We need to start practicing group economics. Like, for instance, the hair care industry, for instance. Why the fuck are Asian people controlling black hair care when they know absolutely fucking nothing about black hair? They know absolutely nothing about black hair. Black women should be running that fucking. They should be running that industry. That should be an industry that black women have full control over. Let's go back to the $1 trillion spending power. What difference does it make if we have if we spend $1 trillion, but we're not taking that same $1 trillion and getting black businesses off the ground? Why the fuck are we so hesitant to support each other? A black man comes out in front of you and says, "This is what I'm trying to do," and you won't support him. But yet, you'll get scammed by a fucking fake Facebook page ran by a white man claiming to be black. You'll get scammed by that shit, but won't support the black man who stands up in front of you. Wow. A couple of the reasons why I don't spend money with non-black people. I don't let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. Because I want to continue on the whole group economics thing. In certain industries that we need to fucking shut down. The beauty supply industry for black hair care. We need to shut that shit down. That shit needs to be totally in our control. The music industry, especially concerning R&B and hip hop, rap music, that needs to be totally in our control. What black people do you know control country music? None. But there aren't any black people who have any controlling interest in black music. Sure, Jay-Z and Russell Simmons, these dudes have made money, but what control do they have? They don't have any distribution control. They don't have any of that. They can't separate from a fucking white label because they would fucking crash and burn. For some reason, these motherfuckers won't put their money together and start up their own label. We're waiting for white people to give us permission to do shit that we don't need their permission to do. I can't even understand with all these rappers out here, all these entertainers that make all this fucking money, and you motherfuckers never think once to pull your money together and start your own production company, start your own label and your own distribution. With all the money y'all motherfuckers say y'all throw away, make it rain, blowing money on dumb shit. And I have to say this, black people, because this is only something that people who don't have shit do. People who don't have shit will show you they don't have shit by always showing you the shit that they have. A person who is used to having shit doesn't feel the need to have to show you the shit they have because they're used to having shit. Basically, you don't grow up in the projects, get a couple million, and then start throwing money away at the strip club. You know how many children you could feed with those bands you making it rain at the strip club, which is the most dumbest thing in the world. That's stupid. You're throwing away money, literally, when there are children who could actually use that shit for new sneakers, school supplies, a laptop computer. I mean, you niggas are throwing away people's rent money on some real shit because I can't even understand that shit. I can't even understand it. But anyway, let's look at other industries that are controlled by black people. Hip hop, R&B, that's all us. It's always been us. Why the fuck aren't we at the forefront of that? Let's talk about sports, basketball, football. One of the reasons why I do not support the NBA or the NFL. This is the major reason why. Because they are organizations that are used to exploit black men in this country. They exploit black men in this country. Think about it. All the talent in the NBA and the NFL are black. All the talent. If black people decided to stop playing basketball or football professionally right now, both of those sports would die in this country. Sure, they'd try to replace it. They would die. People would stop watching them because you watch football, you watch basketball to see what the fuck my people are going to do. You don't watch basketball to watch Dirk Nowitzki hit jumpers. You watch basketball to watch LeBron dunk on motherfuckers and put his nutsack on a motherfucking head. That's why you watch basketball. To watch James Harden cross motherfuckers up. That's why you watch basketball. Not to watch stiff-ass Steve Nash do a behind-the-back pass. No. You watch basketball to watch motherfuckers like Kobe Bryant score 80 points in a fucking game. That's why you watch basketball. That's why you watch basketball. Same reason why you watch football. You watch football to watch dudes like Mike Vick tear up the motherfucking field. Quarterback who fucking doubles as a wide receiver, running back. You know what I'm saying? Dude getting more fucking running yards than his fucking than his fucking running backs and his fullbacks on his team. You know what I'm saying? You got legendary quarterbacks like Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham. You know, you had dudes like Barry Sanders, who was, I say, one of the greatest running backs of all time. He just never had a team to support him. But anyway, my point behind all this is that we make these industries rich. These owners are fucking billionaires off of the backs of black men. Our blood, sweat, and tears is what makes these rich white motherfuckers continuously wealthy. While they try to tell you that you can't stand up against social injustice, while you're playing a sport that they could never play the way you play it and make them billions of dollars, they got the nerve to tell you what you can and cannot stand for when you're the reason why they're wealthy in the first fucking place. And black people don't seem to see anything wrong with this. How the fuck are there black people still supporting the NFL or the NBA at this point in time? Why the fuck aren't there any black people out here saying, man, or enough of us? Why the fuck aren't any black people in these fucking industries saying, why the fuck don't we break off and start our own shit? And even if they don't let us, fuck them. Let's stop doing this shit anyway. When will my people stop being satisfied with mediocrity? When will my people stop being satisfied with mediocrity? With next to nothingness? Entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. I've been an entrepreneur for just a couple of months, and I don't see any reason to go back at all. We need to practice group economics, people. We need to practice group economics. Black power, black encouragement, black entrepreneurship. We need to practice group economics because nobody else gives a fuck about the bottom line for black people. Nobody else cares about the bottom line for black people. Nobody cares. This is why so many groups of people are able to come in. After white supremacy gets the bulk of the money with the professional sports, other groups of people are allowed to come into our communities and chip away at industries that should be ours. Chipping away the corner store market. That should be us. That should be ours. But Arabs and Asians run that industry in our communities. There are dudes in our communities that have the bread to open up stores, but man, we got to learn how to trust each other. We got to learn how to respect each other once again. We have to learn how to come together as one like we did during Jim Crow. It's a shame to say that it is the struggle that makes our people realize how important we are to each other. We shouldn't need to get beat over the head with fucking billy clubs in order to see how important we are to each other and how much we need each other. We should not have to get holes down in the fucking streets and have dogs sick on us and have Ku Klux Klan motherfuckers chasing us through the town at night for us to realize how important we are to each other. We should not have to go through those things in order to realize how important we are to each other. We have to practice group economics. We have to. You know, I try to not speak bad on black people on my channel, but if you do something stupid, I will tell you how stupid I think it is. If you are a coon, I will put you out there for cooning. You understand what I'm saying? But more than anything, encouraging my people to support one another. Even if you can't be an entrepreneur, support those of us who are. And in turn, those of us who are need to support the community by giving brothers and sisters jobs. If you already do this, obviously I'm not talking to you. If you're somebody who's not doing this, maybe you should fucking think about it. Because I tell you what, from my experience, A lot of black people who are highly educated or whatever, a lot of them, they get their jollies off of feeling like they're better than other black people. Oh, you didn't do this right and you didn't do that right. Well, I don't fucking need you to tell me what I didn't do right in a condescending way and trying to make a fool out of me when you're making a fool out of yourself. I'm gonna just say this one last thing and then I'm gonna end the video because I don't want it to be but so long. Like like um like one of the, like say a video that I did, for instance, on a particular Air Force general, General Chappie James. I think I just said that backwards. James Chappie. I apologize for that. It's been a while since I looked at the video myself. But anyway, so there were people who, black people, professional black people, at least that's what they. But from their conversation, I figured they were, who wanted to tell me, I did this wrong, I did that wrong, or the information was this, that, and the third. When I went online and got the information, I went to black websites and got a lot of the information. I went to fucking military.com and got information on this brother. So if the information I got off the internet from black websites and military.com was wrong, and you know it, why the fuck are you coming to my video when I put all my references in the fucking description? You could have gone to those links and looked at the information your fucking self. But here's the thing, brothers, sisters, instead of leaving some condescending comment in my fucking or remark in my comment section telling me how the information I did was whatever, you could have DM'd me. You understand? You could have DM'd me or emailed me. You know, if you're interested in educating our people like I am, you know what I'm saying? And this is how I respond to them. I'm like, well, okay. Well, instead of coming at me like a jackass, like you better than me and smarter than me, how about you share some of the information that you have with me so that you can help me make the video better? You know what I get from those assholes? Zero responses. Because that's how I don't come at them, you know, being overly defensive and getting an attitude. No. My response is, well, if you got all this information, instead of being condescending and thinking you better than me, how about you share that information with me? How about we collab so we can turn out a better video with more information, more factual information? I never get anything back from those dudes. So this is what I'm saying. If you are a black person who has a lot to say about what other black people are doing, but you are unwilling to help, you need to shut the fuck up. If you are a black person who was unwilling to go into the community and do what those brothers in Milwaukee did, or you are a black person who has an education and all this other shit y'all motherfuckers like to say y'all do, but then you don't actually want to help black people, shut the fuck up and stay off my channel. Because that's what this channel is for. More than anything, I want to encourage my people and help them if I can. Support them if I can. But if you're not here for that, then this is not the place for you. I'm going to repeat that. If you are not here for the empowerment of our people, this is not the place for you. Because if all you have is criticism, I don't give a fuck how many PhDs and master's degrees you have. I'm a better person than you are. Because I don't take what I know and try to stand on the shoulders of other people because I think I'm better than them. No, if I know something more than you, I want to make it my point to teach you what I know so that you too can get to where I am. And that's the difference between me and you. With how much money you make, with whatever your education is, I'm a better person than your ass is because I don't think I'm better than people who look like me. You know what? I'm saying that I'm a morally superior person to you. That's the better way to say it. I am morally superior to you, and I can die happy knowing that I'm morally superior to you because you as a black person, you feel pride in yourself because you can belittle other black people. You don't feel pride in yourself because you can actually help black people. Right? Black power, black entrepreneurship, black encouragement. Let's practice group economics, people.